Hey, how you doing? This quick rant here. I just had a thought today. My company is going to lay off people December 1st. And because if you don't get vaccinated, you're out. I thought about this. If I was a shareholder in that company, I'd be pretty concerned. I'd be like, well, I guess I'm selling off my shares as of November 31st or whatever the last day of the month is. And you think about it, it's like we could barely meet our demands right now, like the public's demand for what we do. And we're understaffed. It takes like 3 or 4 months to train people. And they're going to go fire people. If I was a shareholder, I'd be like, I'm out of here. Or I'm going to sue you because not only are you just barely able to meet your contractual obligations to people like Bell Canada or Enbridge or what have you, but now you're going to fire 20% of your workforce. Shareholders should be angry and very concerned and disturbed. And there's other companies like Marathon that does, boring, and they're going to fire 30% of their people. If I was signed a contract with them saying to get, asking to get some tunnels drilled or whatever they do, I would be pretty upset saying, hey, wait a second, pal. That being said, the federal government is basically backing this. Same thing with the provincial government. Oh, yes, you need to go these vaccine mandates. You need to fire people who don't comply. Yeah, what do these people do? They end up going back on, whatever, not welfare, but, employment insurance and the CERB and taking the government money for COVID. They end up going on welfare, whatever. It's a huge disruption in their life. So who bears the burden of this? The taxpayer. So taxpayers like, oh yeah, I think they should be fired for not complying. And then they end up having to pay for everybody out of their pocket. So what are you going to do? You're going to have let's put a conservative number on it, 5% of the entire workforce given the boot by about January 1st. That's enough to break the system. The federal government and the province should be saying, no way, Jose. This is pretty serious. So people really need to think about this. If you own shares in a company that's going to fire a lot of its skilled labor or unskilled labor for that matter, you need to pull your money out now or get your lawyer to send them an email saying, hey, this is unacceptable. This is a disaster. And that being said, if you're not involved in anything like that and you're paying your taxes like everybody else does, you should be saying, hey, I don't want all these thousands and thousands of people being on the dole because they didn't comply with this ridiculous order to get this shit vaccine. What a crock.